What's going on, guys? Today I would like to show you a few things about Axis Football 2017. The first thing I want to show you are some of the animations that I personally purchased myself. So I know that these animations are going to be in the game because I personally purchased them myself. So Danny did tell me if I bought them, they would for sure make an appearance in 2017's Axis Football. So I'm going to show you each one, and I'm going to talk about each one and talk about how they can add to the game. And then I'm going to have some exclusive shots to show you guys of something he's been working on, and it's going to be in his next developer video, but he just gave me a little sneak peek of what's going on here about the player models. It's going to be really exciting, guys. All right, let's get to it. All right, guys, so the first thing that I wanted to focus on for this year, and the reason I bought these animations was because the quarterback throwing animations for the previous two games were very lackluster. In fact, I don't know where he got it from, but whenever you throw the football, he yanks his arm back after he throws the football, and that's just not that's just not good. I mean, I don't know where that came from. I don't know if he'll tell me or not, but that is just, it's not realistic. So the first thing I wanted to focus on was the quarterback throwing animations, some rollout animation. I wanted more animations for the quarterback, proper throwing animation, proper play action passing, proper rollouts. That kind of movement by the quarterback was missing from Axis, and I wanted that to be in this version. So the first thing I did was purchase the quarterback throwing animations, and I'm going to go through each one here. And I hope with adding these animations that there's going to be a specific pass play for certain dropbacks. So that was a short drop back there. Here is a medium drop back. I think it's like a 5 or 6 step drop. I'm not 100% sure, but as you can see, he follows through. There's no yanking of the arm backwards. That animation will be long gone. And here's another one here, deep drop. And I like how he shuffles his feet. Now I'm hoping that Danny can kind of loop these together, to create some kind of movement in the pocket. And here's the rollout that was sorely missing from the game. Two other areas I wanted to focus on was the play action passing, and I wanted draw plays in the game. Now there is currently one draw play in the game in Axis Football 2016. I believe it's from the spread formation. It's just one play though. So I wanted to add a few more animations to get more draw plays in the game. And of course he's got play action plays in the game currently, but they don't have the animation to go with it, so it's kind of weird, kind of pointless. I mean, it's not really a play action pass, is it? It's just a drop back. But that's all going to change this year because I've personally purchased the animations for the play action passing and some draw plays. Let's look at some of these. All right, so you saw in the previous play it was just a rollout pass. Now you're going to see a play action rollout pass here. This is going to add a lot more depth. I also wanted to add this animation because I like it so much. It's the leg lift before you snap the ball sometimes. So I wanted to have this in the game too. Now, I know that this game can be a college game too, so I wanted to add the option play here. Here's the option, how he pitch it out right there. I wanted to have that in the game this year as well. Now here's a draw play. Now, I'm pretty sure he could take these animations, especially this one here, and turn it into a play action pass as well. He could do either one. So he doesn't throw the football, but I'm pretty sure he could tweak it to where it could be a play action. So play action and draw plays will be a thing this year, guys. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. If Axis needed one thing, it was catching animations. And this year, we're going to get a few. Now, we can't get 100 wide receiver catching animations this year, but we got to start somewhere, and so we're going to have some. I wanted to focus on some of the basics, just your cradle and your over the shoulder and kind of thing. We didn't have anything to go with at the beginning, so having some of these wide receiver catching animations is going to add a ton to the game. Now I don't know how he's going to implement these with the circle, pass circle. I don't know how he's going to do this. I mean, it's going to be challenging for him to do this, but he's stayed true to his word, and he said that these will be in the game this year. So if you've seen my previous videos, you've seen these already, but I hadn't bought them yet because the new player model hadn't been implemented, and it made absolutely no sense to go ahead and purchase the animations if the player model wasn't ready. So now that the player model's, in action and, he can get everything ready again, I decided to go ahead and pull the trigger for these catching animations. You'll see that the wide receiver is going to make cuts this year, and also they're going to line up a little bit differently. You'll see how he has his hands out in front of his face pre-snap. I wanted to add some variety, so I told Danny, could we add, how they line up differently? Could we have their hands out in front of their face, how they do in all-pro football? And here's a defensive strafe. I wanted to have that in the game as well. That's going to do it for the animations, guys, but I have some really cool things I want to show you. That's going to be in his next dev video. I think you guys are really going to like this. Disclaimer, this is not the final product. No way indicative of the final product. He's just bare bones right now. He's still using the 2016 version to play around with things. This is the graphical assets and everything are not in the game yet. So don't think that this is the 2017 version, because it is not. It is certainly not. There are going to be so many things added to this year's version. This does not do it justice. But I did want to show you kind of what it would have looked like in the 2016 version if you were to throw in the new player models. Now, they don't have numbers or anything. They're just kind of plain right now, but you can definitely still tell that they're beefier. Like I said before, they're beefier. They look more like football players this year. And you can just tell there's more definition in how they look. You can see kind of wrinkles in the uniforms. More attention to detail this year. Big time. Now let's look at some more detailed screenshots here. Now, of course, you'll always be able to mod the game. He's made that abundantly clear. You'll be able to mod NFL, college, whatever you want. But here is a sneak peek at a new concept he has for his own type of team and uniform originality here. It looks really good, I gotta admit. As you can tell, he's added names on the jerseys now. Everything just looks cleaner. It looks like a real football player. You got more attention to detail with the numbers. There's outlines around the numbers now. There's going to be player equipment. There's going to be gloves. There's going to be armbands. All that stuff's going to be moddable as well. This is going to be a massive improvement, guys. I just can't tell you how big that this is going to be over the 2016 and certainly over the 2015 version. He has come so far in so little time and with such little resources. That's why I really want you guys to get behind him this year. But as you can tell, there's so much detail in this picture than the other 2 years of Axis, or the two previous installments, not 2 years, but the two previous installments of Axis. We've asked for player names on the back of the jerseys. We're getting it this year. He's even going to have numbers where you can put them on the sleeves and things like that. That's really cool. Logos and anything you want to put on the sleeves, that's going to be there. But I can't really talk about what is in the dev video. I'm going to leave that for him to explain to you guys. But it's exciting, guys. You're really going to love it. I'm going to show you one more thing to kind of whet your appetite for the dev video. Now, Danny told me that there would be a wide assortment of options for customizing your character this year. Even shoes. There's going to be options to customize your shoes any way you'd like. You can customize, you can mod them, you can do whatever you want. This is something he's going to talk about in the next dev video, how you're going to be able to customize your player. And it's pretty exciting, guys. I'm not going to lie. The things that he's told me already, I'm like, really? That's going to be in the game? Really? 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 It just kind of like, I can't believe he's putting it in there kind of thing. But they've been working on this for a while, and it's going to be in the game this year, and it's going to be very exciting. If you guys like to play dress up in football games, I know you do. Everybody likes to play Barbie in the football games. You want to customize your cleats. You want to customize your armbands. You want to customize your gloves. And he's making it much easier to do so without, the old system of modding and things like that. He's making it much easier this year, much user-friendly, and that's pretty much all I'm going to say about it, because he's going to have a dev video out pretty soon. I'm not sure exactly when, but stay tuned for that, guys. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope you get behind this developer because he listens to feedback. I'll see you guys next time.